Hi, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request from Masi. Thank you so much for that. I know I have another film you requested, Magazine Dreams. It just took me a bit to find that film, but I have found it. I will get that review to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you for your patience. But I figured this one, it's a bit shorter and it's a bit more apropos because the news of the trailers out in the ether of YouTube and such. But he wanted me to talk about two trailers, Mortal Kombat 2 official, and then they did the one that's the film within the film, Uncaged Fury with Johnny Cage. So he wanted me to give my thoughts on both of those. Now, for those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie review, re-review, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough, whether it's just for an hour, a full playthrough, whatever the case may be, random thoughts of whatever. PayPal's the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. So, thank you. Before I start on this, let me start on the stuff before it. The video games, I played a little bit, but I sucked at them, so I didn't play them much. But I think they're cool with the fatalities and stuff they were able to accomplish. The violence, the gore, the controversy. I remember the controversy around the time on the news and stuff. And I enjoyed the 90s film. Now, the 90s film does have some iffy, bad CG, but there's also a lot of practical, like Goro. I like the sets that they built, the fight scenes. I like the cast. I like the actors, Robin Shaw, Lyndon Ashby, Christopher Lambert. I like the soundtrack. There's a lot of stuff to like about the film. I still think it's a very fun film. I still do not understand why we don't have this big deluxe special edition of that movie. I thought Arrow Video would do it because it's the anniversary of the film, because it was 1995. And instead they're doing fucking Spawn. I don't like the 90s Spawn. I think that film sucks. As much as John Leguizamo's skid marks in the movie. The movie shit his pants, just like that character shit his pants. That New Line Cinema film gets a big Arrow Video Special Edition, but not Mortal Kombat? What the fuck is going on here? And it's the anniversary, and now it's going to pass, so... Yay. Maybe it's Warner Bros., whoever the hell owns it. Well, they ain't doing What, you're mad that if that film gets released, people will remember how much better that film is to your new shit? After that, yeah, Annihilation. Annihilation sucked. Hell, Annihilation was a film that, for what I understand, they made the film. They're supposed to go in to improve the special effects because they were in a rough cut. And someone said, oh, just release it. We had a good test screening. Because a lot of people who were fanboys saw, oh my god, that's a the animality, oh my god, like there's that character. It was a big mistake because the film sucked and it was a terrible movie. They did a couple animated films. I did quite like Scorpion's Revenge. In fact, I want to rewatch that sometime. I saw Battle of the Realms. One of the ones. I didn't see the one that was like Snowblind, and I didn't see the one with Johnny Cage. And hell, to me, the best thing that happened with Mortal Kombat was John Rambo, Sylvester Stallone voicing him. That was cool to see. I didn't play, but that was cool. Now, I did not like the 2021 film. I thought it was a piece of shit then. I think it's a piece of shit now. The director did not know how to shoot fight scenes. It was about as exciting as going to the goddamn laundromat. The CGI was abundantly clear and terrible. Now, the 1995 film, there's some bad ones, but at least you go, well, that's 95. This is 2021, that first one. I have less excuses to give you. And you have less practical. Oh yeah, gore. Yeah, a lot of crappy looking CGI gore. CGI gore does not impress me. Yes, there were films back in the day that I liked that did have CG gore in it. Rambo 4, there are moments where CG gore in it. I wish it was more practical. There's some practical, though, at least mixed in there, at least. Now it's just all CG. That doesn't impress me. And as years come and go, and we should be better with better technology and learning from the past of what to do and not to do, when you keep making the same mistakes, or worse mistakes, I become less and less lenient on your sorry ass. Okay, I don't care if I'm going to be the only person in the fucking corner of YouTube giving double middle fingers and telling piss on it. I will do it. Because I'm not going to fucking lie to placate people's feelings. People want to get butthurt, that's your issue, not mine. I'm not here to make you... I'm not here to say the things you say. I'm here to give my own personal opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. We agree to disagree. That's fine. But I'm not going to sugarcoat shit because it ain't my fucking job to sugarcoat shit. The 2021 film sucked fucking donkey dick. Cole, who the fuck is Cole? No one knew and no one cared except he had actual plot armor. Raiden mumbled his way. I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. I needed subtitles. Liu Kang was barely an entity. When one of your more likable characters is Kano, you have a bit of a problem. Kano was more likable than the lead guy. Anyway, and the music sucked too. So you get to this. Now, first and foremost, people are going to ask, what about Karl Urban? I like Karl Urban. I liked him in the Doom movie from 2005. I liked him in Dredd. I think he's a very good actor. Him being supposedly the star, because he's the star of the trailer, unless they'd want to give a switcheroo and he's not in as much as you think. But let's take this at face value just because. Then it's a good decision because already he's more likable than Cole. I like Karl Urban. He's doing a little bit of his kind of Dredd voice. Oh, we can't get a Dredd 2 because Taika Waititi is going to ruin it with more crappy comedy because he's doing a Dredd reboot, but I guess this is going to be the closest thing you'll get to it. Johnny Cage and Karl Urban being the star, you already have the potential to be better than the first one. I'll give you that. I will give you that. I will give you that. That is cool. It depends what they do with the character. It depends on how they approach it. It depends, okay, is he going to be one of those guys where he's kind of just floundering around in the background while everybody's doing everything else, and he only gets to do stuff in the third act? I don't know. But again, Karl Urban being the lead is cool. I do like that. You see his posters. One of them is obviously a take on the first Mission Impossible film. And then you have Raiden. Okay, cool that you have the costume from the game. But we have such a muted color palette because of the goddamn, I don't know, lighting filters they use. I could barely tell that's blue. Almost looks like it's goddamn charcoal. Because all the colors are muted because of the way they fucking filmed the movie. And, okay, he's got the costume, but I don't give a shit about the actor. He's mumbling his words again. What do you say? What do you say? And Sonya Blade is a big whatever. Was it Katana or whoever the hell he's kind of fight? It was like, I don't know if it's actual fight or training. It was like Shao Kahn kills someone with a bunch of CGI blood. Raiden doesn't impress me because I think he's mumbling through his mouth. Once he got Cole better because you forgot about Cole. I tell you, they really wanted you to forget about Cole because he's barely in this fucking trailer. He's in one shot in the backdrop. Kano is there, and he's also like talking with Johnny Cage, as if he's with the good guys. Even though didn't Sonya like, I guess yeah, that's right. At the end, she didn't kill Kano. I guess Cole has his fucking plot armor again. Jade is bald. She looking like fucking Sinead O'Connor. Jax versus Jade. Or I'll be jerking the gherkin and jerking off. Liu Kang, he's barely an entity in this. So I guess it's Johnny Cage versus Baraka. You have a women fight, take off your clothes. We have, I don't know who the fuck the girl Banshee, whatever the hell, screaming. Now, I don't know why, for some reason, I think this is going to be. I could be very much wrong, but something about the way you have Scorpion supposedly saying you're going to be the hero. Why do I think he's not really talking to Johnny Cage? I just. Some of the way that's worded. There's a lot of times trailers will mislead you. So you think the character's talking about this person, but really they're talking about someone fucking else. Yeah, Johnny Cage by this rock quarry, and I'm guessing this is the scene we saw before where he's fighting Baraka, because it looks like it's The Rock. Not going back. Yeah, it looks like the same backdrop. Yeah, because it is the same. Because the background is the same with all the other people with their huts and their spears. Johnny Cage wearing the same clothes. He's got the sunglasses. So that means he says showtime. Baraka does his little if whatever the fuck you want to call it. Baraka, I don't even think looks that great. Definitely doesn't look as good as he did in the game. And then he does a little flippity flips. Scorpion, I guess this is him in hell. Get over here, like from the game. Cut someone in half. CGI's not the greatest. So is this like a female Kun Lao now? Because it's got like Kun Lao's hat, but it's like, unless Kun Lao came back from the grave and had grew tits. And even the last bit when he's sliding looks really awkward. Because him sliding is like someone trying to do the limbo. And he's like he's sliding like I'm doing right now. Like that's how he's sliding, like I'm doing. Like it's not a flow. It's like he's scooting. Or someone is like trying to pull him. It'd be like a smooth slide, but he's like kind of going down like this. It just looks awkward. It looks okay, he's not really sliding because it seems more rigid and like someone's trying to drag and catching on shit on the ground. Or again, it's like a limbo. It's like he's doing the limbo. So yeah, the only positive I will say is that it's cool that Carl Urban is the lead. Shao Kahn, I don't think looks that bad compared with the other characters. And that's it. I mean, based on the trailer, Liu Kang is barely an entity. Cole is in it. That's already a awful fucking scenario for Cole to be anywhere in the vicinity. Raiden still mumbling his words. Almost half of the backgrounds are flat out CGI. Well, the original. Well, then get better. If you want to complain about that in the original, then you get better. And if you don't get better, then I'm not going to give you any kindness. And hey, movie, go fuck yourself then. The music I didn't care for in the trailer. The fighting in the trailer did not impress me. There's nothing in the fighting that made me go, whoa. I think this director still seems like he has not mastered the art of filming a fight scene. I mean, yeah, this trailer did nothing for me other than, does it have a potential to be better than the previous? Just because Carl Urban is the lead? Sure, but it needs to do more than that. And then the other trailer is just the movie within the movie, Uncaged Fury. No, I cannot play it. I almost would rather see this movie. Now, I don't know if they'll show this within the movie or they'll show... I mean, obviously they'll show scenes of him making the film. But yeah, a lot of... But at the same time, it's one of those things, like, it's trying to be Kung Fury. But it's not nearly as charming as Kung Fury. And when the knives were thrown, it was really CG. I only say I would rather watch this just because, you know, it really, Carl Urban would just be all about him because he's easily the best actor in the movie. But even then, it's just, once again, I don't think this director knows how to handle a fight scene. The throw of the knives are CGI. Even when the glasses fly off, it's CGI. You tell me that when you hit someone, when the glasses fly off, they gotta be CGI. When it does this, these are CGI. These are CGI. Even this has to be fucking CGI. The fucking fact that fire is practical is the most surprising thing in the trailer. So. I do like the idea to be over the top that he does a flying splits to avoid this rocket, but why does the rocket have to be CGI? You tell me you don't have a prop and you can't do like an Evil Dead type of camera to go forward. And when the actor's up, you have a projectile going forward, even with just a wire. Especially if you... That's the thing I hate when they do this stuff, though. Like, Kung Fury, I'm nice about because it's a fan film. It's like a fan thing. But when they do this, trying to be like an ode to the 80s or 90s because of the narrator, the titles... But they want to invoke CGI in there. The look of the film, the CG in the trailer takes it away from the 80s, 90s aesthetic. because it doesn't look like that. It just looks like a crappy direct-to-streaming TV show. So, like, do you want to make, if you want it to look like an 80s, 90s thing, then actually do it and film it with the ways they only had back then. And this rooster apparently is pissed off about this too. I guess this rooster hates this trailer more. Well, I disagree. The other trailer. So, I mean, the only thing that intrigues me is Carl Urban, because I like him as an actor. Other than that, if I don't like the first one, and I don't like the director, because he's done nothing else but the previous Mortal Kombat, and he sucked ass in the previous film, and I'm going to look forward to all these other actors doing a shitty job, because they did it in the first movie, or more crappy fight scenes, because this director doesn't know how to shoot that stuff, or more CGI, because CGI gore is not impressive to me. I'm sorry, it's not. Again, people go, well, what about this film 5 years ago? What about this film 10 years ago and you liked it? Yeah, that was 5-10 years ago. You tell me you can't get better? That's what kills me, is that people will give excuses for this and that without realizing that you need to get better. I think that's what this rooster's saying. I can communicate Cockneyese. I can talk Cockneyese. And his Cockneyese is saying, get better. Or go the cluck home. So there you go. So take that for what you will. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.